1. Centralia, Pennsylvania, the town on fire. Once a quiet mining town, Centralia has burned for over 60 years. An underground coal fire was accidentally ignited in 1962 and still burns today. Smoke seeps from the ground. Roads are cracked and warped. Almost everyone has left, except for the legends that strange figures roam the steam at night. 2. Dudleytown, Connecticut, the village the devil cursed. Every family who settled here suffered tragedy, murder, insanity, suicide. Abandoned in the early 1900s, Dudleytown is now fenced off, but paranormal investigators who sneak in report overwhelming dread, whispers, and being watched. 3. Helltown, Ohio, government cover-up or something worse? The government bought up this small town in the 70s, evicted the residents, and sealed it off. Rumors claim a deadly chemical spill or a top-secret experiment. Abandoned homes, rotting churches, and mutant creature sightings keep the fear alive. 4. Cahaba, Alabama, ghost town of the South. Once Alabama's state capital, Cahaba is now in ruins. Plagued by floods, war, and disease, it was abandoned and supposedly cursed. People report ghost carriages screaming from the slave burial grounds and cold hands grabbing them during tours. 5. Times Beach, Missouri, poisoned from below. A town wiped out by a toxic dioxin contamination in the 1980s. The government evacuated it and bulldozed nearly every building. But those who trespass claim to see ghost dogs, empty swing sets moving on their own, and things in the toxic mist. 6. Eastern State Penitentiary, Pennsylvania. Built in 1829, this prison pioneered solitary confinement and psychological torture. Visitors today report hearing screams, cell doors slamming, and shadow figures darting between the stone walls. Al Capone even claimed he was haunted by a ghost there. 7. Alcatraz Island, California. Surrounded by freezing waters, Alcatraz was America's most infamous prison. Inmates claimed to hear sobbing, chains dragging, and even growling beasts in their cells. Visitors say the D-Block is still alive, with hate. 8. Mansfield Reformatory, Ohio. This Gothic fortress was home to abuse, suicides, and alleged satanic rituals. The chapel is said to drip blood. Visitors see full-body apparitions and feel like someone is standing directly behind them, breathing. 9. Old Charleston Jail, South Carolina. Housing pirates, serial killers, and slaves, this 19th century jail is a magnet for supernatural activity. Ghost hunters report being scratched, hearing voices say, "Get out," and seeing faces in mirrors that don't belong to them. 10. West Virginia Penitentiary, Moundsville, WV. Known for executions and riots, this prison had inmates who practiced black magic. Paranormal groups say it's one of the most active sites in the country, with reports of demonic growls, phantom footsteps, and even possession-like behavior. 11. Mobile, Alabama, haunted by history, home to the last slave ship, the Clotilda, and haunted areas like Africatown and Oakley Mansion. Mobile has tunnels used by smugglers, a history of mass yellow fever graves, and real-life exorcism stories. 12. Savannah, Georgia, ghost capital of the South. Savannah was built on top of Native American burial grounds and mass graves from yellow fever outbreaks. Nearly every building in the historic district is rumored to be haunted, including the famous Marshall House Hotel, where phantom surgeons still walk the halls. New Orleans, Louisiana, voodoo, plague, and vampires. With its deep voodoo roots, plague-era mass deaths, and vampiric legends, New Orleans is one of America's darkest cities. Madame LaLaurie's mansion, with its tortured slaves, remains one of the most haunted buildings in the U.S. 14. St. Augustine, Florida, the oldest haunted city in America. Founded in 1565, St. Augustine is filled with old cemeteries, pirate ghosts, and ancient forts with brutal pasts. Tourists report ghost soldiers pacing Castillo de San Marcos and phantom cries in the old jail. 15. Chicago, Illinois, beneath the surface. Behind the skyline lies a bloody past, H.H. Holmes' murder castle, the Eastland disaster, and haunted cemeteries like Bachelor's Grove. Many believe the city's violent energy is buried deep and still leaking out. Towns vanish, prisons crumble, cities try to move on, but evil doesn't care about time. It remembers, and it waits. Let us know in the comments, which place freaked you out the most?